Ta-da! It looks kind of short. We'll sew the top stitch. This will be the second ever garment that I have made for my baby, which I think some of you might find surprising since I make so many garments for myself. I have already worked on the pattern. I kind of based it off of the other garment that I traced and made, but measured her, measured some other things, and then I digitized those physical pattern pieces, and then I manipulated it in Illustrator to create my final pattern. And if all goes well and I learn how to grade children's clothing or find somebody to grade it, then you guys might be able to make this too. So I'm gonna get started. So many of you may be familiar with my daisy frock dress. I made one of them in this gorgeous white eyelet. I have a good 1.5 meters left, and I just thought it was perfect to make this frilly, wonderful baby garment. So we've got this nice puffy sleeve, the bottom, which is gonna be gathered in, top. This is the back, fat Peter Pan collar. And I also made a bonnet pattern. I just took a picture of my daughter's head and then also measured it and kind of traced out on Illustrator. Hopefully it works, I don't know, I might have to tweak it. Okay, now it's time for the lining, and I have this perfect little piece. I'm gonna get the bonnet out of the way. I'm gonna say like this is probably too small. And then I wanna see if I have any lace that I can use. If not, I'll have to either order some or go pick some up. No lace. So this is the little front, and we're gonna sew the back, which is split apart, and we'll have a little keyhole opening. Sew the shoulders together. Ta-da! Okay, I'm gonna do the lining for that. So these are the bloomer parts, and I have to sew them right sides together along the sides and do the same for the lining. Do these two iron. So the leg, turn it inside out. After the elastic's in, I would fold this, put the snaps on, fold this, put the snaps on. Got both of these. They are ready for the collar. Fusible interfacing showing through the holes of this eyelet, so I did 2 layers of the lining so that one layer could cover the fusible interfacing on the inside. So then it would be like this. Something like that. So last night I had to do a lot of fitting for this bonnet. I added a whole piece in the back, and then I had to narrow that even further. Then I realized that the visor part is like going down instead of up. So I have to fix that. Hey, you. And then I had to really shape the top. So basically I kind of formed it to her head. And now I'm thinking of an entirely different design. I also have to add pleats as well to it to really make it fit how I want. But it's really cute. I should probably have her in a carrier, but the iron is not on, so that is no hazard. Just put your arm around your baby like this, and then hold her head like this, and then you can cut. You can use both hands. You gonna help Mama? Let's see. Is this too small? It seems a little small. This is just one side, so it'd be like this. Obviously way too small for me. And then this would be at the back. Okay, so this has to line up right sides together. Starting from here, where the seam meets, and up around the collar and back down to the other side. And the collar will be down. Oh, but I need to put like a loop or something so that I can close. Nice little thing, loop cut on the bias so that it can sort of stretch. Oh my goodness. Rookie mistake. The collar should not have been sewn right sides together. It is going to be very cute. That much we do know. Look what came in the mail. They said that it wasn't going to arrive until like the 14th or something, but I got it and I already sewed the collar. So, I don't know, maybe I won't even like any of these. I'll see if I like any of them. And if I do, I'll put it in. If I don't, then I'll just leave it how it is. Are you excited to keep sewing, Mama? Ooh, this one? I don't even know. You know what? Since I didn't already sew it in, I'm not gonna do it. Good thing I didn't trim the neckline. The loop is gonna go on this side. It's really important that the inside doesn't show to the outside, so I'm ironing it from the inside to make sure I pull it back the edges. really well. This is it. So I gotta put a little button under there. It has to be a really flat button so when she's laying down it's not hurting her. But I mean the collar might be a bit in the way as well. Okay, and then yeah, this is the front. I think I wouldn't have minded a slightly bigger collar, like going down like this. Sleeve and lining right side together. And I'm just sewing up the hem so that the hem is clean finished. Then understitch. So that means I'm going to stitch the seam allowance to the inside. So I have the seam allowance pushed to this side, and then I sew it really close to the edge. I'm gonna put it wrong sides together. I should press it, and then I'm gonna have 2 rows of stitches for the cuff, for the elastic cuff. I just tried this on her and it doesn't fit. I was thinking the other night about like how big babies' heads are, and I was like, I wonder if I made it big enough. And I was like, no, I definitely made it big enough. Nope, this is not big enough for her head. So I went to try it on and it just does not fit. Are you serious? Okay, now it fits over her head, and it's looking like the neckline area is fitting very well. Same day, this is the 3rd outfit of the day because I went for a walk and it was kind of chilly, so I thought a dress would not be appropriate. So just adding the gathering stitch to the top of the sleeve. Oh yeah, I have to add the elastic in the hem. I think I have to do 1 inch up. Let's just do 5.5. Clover loop pressing bar for anybody who's interested. People always ask me what this thing is, so now I never fail to share. So cute. Okay, if I can see around my delta. If I am to see over her head, I have to hold it up like this, which isn't really conducive to beautiful, accurate pinning, but if I'm careful, I figure it's gonna be all right. Yeah, I got a little edge of the fold in there. Inside, outside. I'm gonna put it right sides together and sew up the underarm seam. Overlock it, then I can add the bloomer part. It is done. The top anyway. Sides together. Needs to happen. Keep it so around. at it right now and I'm like, maybe it's the width that's playing with my mind, but it looks kind of short. It looks a little bit like the length is gonna be a bit short. If that's the case, I'm just gonna like roll on the floor into a fetal position. So this is the current, there's a pleat here. This is obviously not going to be there. I'm just changing the flat shape of the bonnet. This visor is pointing down. It needs to point up, so I have to change the angle of that. I'm going to copy this pattern, change the visor, and then cut out another sample. Shell, the hood lining, the visor shell and lining, 2 layers of lining. I'm going to put fusible interfacing on both of them. The fusible interfacing I'm using is like this thicker fusible interfacing, stuff that I'd use on wool or anything just like a little thicker. It'll give it a little bit more firmness. I'm not trying to make a stiff visor, I just want some body to it so that it's not, because this is really light fabric and I don't want it just like flopping around and getting in her eyes. So this will be like this, right side down. Sew the outer edge. I have to sew the outer edge like this. Right sides together. We're gonna turn out the visor. So amazing. And I think I should either top stitch or understitch this. I think understitch would be nicer. I just woke up, tried this on her last night, and as I thought, it was too short. You can see it's quite a bit too short, and this is stretchy, so yeah, I'm gonna adjust the pattern. So this is what it used to be. Gotta be like this, so this is right sides together this time. Okay, we'll sew this together. It is looking just how I want it. So all I have to do is put the lining in and then pleat the bottom and then add the little strap on. I actually really needed a bonnet the other day because I was carrying her in the baby carrier and yeah, there was no sun cover on this carrier, so a little bonnet would have been perfect. Okay, so the pleat is going, here's the little notch, and then I'm just folding this back here, and then we're just going to sew that up. I need to figure out how long I want the tie. Probably like that. Okay. I'm gonna start by sewing across here just as the preliminary stitch, and then I will sew the top stitch. Is completely done. Like, oh, it's so cute. I think I have to do a tack from the inside to the outside just to keep the lining and shell together nicely. But yeah, this turned out really great. And I think it's a perfect fit on her, so that's always a plus. I saw this technique online for taking out a serge stitch or overlock stitch, and it was working, but it wasn't working as fast as she did it, and I think it must be because I have like quite a bit of thickness here. There's 4 layers. Kind of have to, so I think I understand now. I have to kind of pull one loop at a time while also pulling this side, which is the straight stitch, and then it actually works. Okay, so we have the top now free. I'm gonna try it on her before I fold up the ends of this and add snaps, just in case I still need more length. So I sewed it just like very close to the edge of this twill tape, and it's about a 1/4 inch off the edge. So yeah, this is ready for the snaps.
Okay, ooh, perfect.